Welcome back. It's me, Josie, coming on live for my new series, 10-minute trainings, quick, actionable, tactical tips for you so that you can start overcoming overwhelm. Are you ready for today's? It's all about stress relief. Okay, so if you are in a position of responsibility, if you have a big job, if you are expected to lead others, you likely have a huge workload and a lot of responsibility and concern. But the first job that you need to do, the first person that you need to lead is yourself. What do I mean by that? I mean that job number one is our own self-awareness and self-management before we try to go out and manage everything else, manage everyone else, and be effective. When we are in a stressed and triggered space, we are less capable of delivering the high-level leadership, the masterful emotional intelligence that we want to, because we're a half full. So I'm going to teach you how to fill up your cup, how to raise your own emotional awareness, how to increase your emotional intelligence through self-awareness and self-management in just a few minutes. Are you ready? Let's dig in. Okay, so your experience is you go to work and you are overloaded. You are overstimulated. Your nerves are jangly. You might feel distracted, constantly interrupted. There's a sense of upheaval. There's like the absence of calm. There's the absence of things being clear. It's like when you take a bowl that has some substance in it and you stir it up and it becomes cloudy. That's how we feel. We're all stirred up, we're all cloudy. And our nervous system is on overdrive. We're literally overwhelmed physically, emotionally, mentally, in all the ways. So our job is to soothe that experience in a productive way so that we can be more effective in all of the tasks that we're going to do. Now, our brains, our hot little brains, seek soothing in a very simplistic way, in a very cause and effect way, in a very pleasure-seeking way. So see if this resonates for you. If you're having a hard day, do you go to food to soothe yourself, especially sugar? If there are donuts in the break room, do you do that? Or is it drinks for you? Do you go for like a Diet Coke or a fancy coffee cocktail? Something that makes you feel like there's a treat. At the end of the day, do you long for a cold beer or a glass of wine because you feel like you deserve it? This is your brain saying, I'm a hot, triggered mess. Soothe me with a chemical that will make me feel better. Similarly, we might go shopping. We might do online scrolling. We might be looking for hits on an Instagram post or how many likes did we get. We might be binging Netflix. All of these other ways that we go to escape feeling the uncomfortable feelings that we have when we're in overwhelm. So when I was training a corporate group, one of the women that is inside our workshop group, say hi if you recognize yourself, she raised her hand and said, I want to be calm. I want to try to do things like meditate and journal and all the things that the gurus say, but sometimes I just can't. Like I just cannot get my brain there. And I totally agreed with her. And this was the analogy that came to me in that moment. That when you're cooking with a really hot skillet and it's red hot, you can't instantly clean it. You have to cool it down first before you can process it to create what you want to make something new, to clean it. And so is it with our minds. We want to have calm, but to go from like white hot, stimulated, sizzling, overstimulated, overly distracted, overly triggered to a calm state is too big a leap. If only, right, we could just find our Zen, then that would be wonderful. But let's not torment ourselves. Let's see that our job is to step ourselves down, to cool off our hot frying pan of a brain so that we can then clean it. I'm going to give you a really quick way that you can start becoming more self-aware of when you're triggered. Are you ready? I teach this at a lot of my workshops. It's Emotional Intelligence 101. It's called Head, Heart, Body. When you receive distressing news, when you have an urgent circumstance come to you, when you have conflict, do you process that primarily with swirling thoughts, cogitating, trying to figure it out, trying to sort out how to problem solve? Do you instantly go to your creative capacities of thinking, thinking, thinking? Or is your tendency to be a feeler, a heart-centered person who wants to tend to immediately feel sad, mad, happy, glad, rage, frustrated, teary, embarrassed, humiliated? Do you have more feeling responses when you're triggered, when something happens at work, when you have criticism or there's an emergency? Or is your primary way of sorting stimuli physical, like in your body? This could feel like a surge of energy, a blast of adrenaline, going instantly hot, having your armpits sweat out, feeling flushed in your chest coming up to your chin. Is it more of a body response that you have when you're triggered, when you're angry, when you're criticized, when you're frustrated? This is head, heart, body awareness of stimuli receipt. You're receiving something and you're processing it. We do all three, but we have a tendency to prefer one just based on who we are individually. Are you a head person, a heart person, or a body person? If you want to claim it, you can type it in the comments below. Knowing this is key, because once you recognize that that trigger is happening, you're having the swirling thoughts or the emotional expression like a burst or the feeling sensation race through your body, you can have like a flag. Oh, there's the trigger. Job number one is for me to manage myself. Before I go and try to manage others, manage my to-do list, manage all my tasks, I need to manage me. So, when you notice that you're triggered, I'm going to give you a super simple exercise to help you cool off the hot pan. You ready? You may have even seen it before. It's called box breathing. Really simple. You're going to be drawing a box in your mind's eye, and on the verticals, you're going to be thinking of inhaling and exhaling. On the horizontals, you're going to simply be holding. So it looks like this. Do it with me while I'm drawing. Draw the box slower. Notice the feeling sensations changing in your body. As I keep going, keep drawing that box in your mind's eye and breathing. If your mind starts racing again, bring all of your attention back to the sensation of breathing. Think about your chest expanding so the air rushes in, and then gently letting it come back to rest so that the air rushes out. This focus will take your mind away from the swirling thoughts and back to the calming practice of just breathing. I like to think of it as a thought wedge. Instead of all the thinking, all the feeling, all the body responses that have hijacked me, all I'm doing is focusing 100% on the saturating experience of what it's like to breathe. Almost like it's my job to not notice anything else, not notice the feeling, not notice the thought, not notice the body, and just think about the breath. If you can even put your fingertips under your nose, you can experience the sensation of the temperature and the air going in and out of your nose to help you focus. Girls, this helps you calm the F down in a hurry. It's free, it's invisible, everyone does it. No one's gonna think you're a freak if you're breathing. So that's what I've got for you today in this 10-minute training. Before we go out to lead others, we first must lead ourselves. To lead ourselves, we must be self-aware and self-managed. If you're in a high state of triggered overwhelm, your job is to cool yourself off. Tell me if you enjoyed this short training and come back for more. That's what I've got for you today. Bye for now.